Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amara coming to you with your general reading. Happy first quarter moon. Happy Friday and happy first quarter moon to my Capricorns. All right. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. The moon is in Aquarius and then it'll be moving into Pisces. Your third eye, your pineal gland is opening. So that means that you're closing out cycles and closing them out in love. Closing them out. You're taking action to close out cycles in love, not in hate. So that you can land on the light side of your emotions. Light side of your emotions, right? All right. So that you can learn how to move on. So you can say, okay, best practices. It's like kind of like, when you close out projects at work. And you say, okay, what did I learn about myself? Not pointing out who was the weak link in the chain. Gosh, if so-and-so had showed up for this project, then we would have done a better job. What could you have done? What could you have done better to close out the cycle? All right, let's get into it. Happy first quarter moon. Happy first quarter moon. Also, Saturn today is the last day for Saturn to be retrograde. Today is the last day for Saturn retrograde, all right? Meaning that you get real serious about closing out cycles and being very serious about closing out cycles in your own life, right? And people have overstepped boundaries in your life. Every decision I make, I consider my inner child, okay? You have an inner child. Consider this. If it was your child, if you have kids right now and somebody overstepped a boundary with your child, how would you would say stay away from them, right? Stay away from them, right? Stay away from them. They overstepped a boundary and you'd be real serious about something, right? If it was your child. So look at yourself, whether you have kids or not, you feel like somebody overstepped a boundary, stay as far away from them as possible, right? Somebody could have bullied your child at school or you would say stay away from them. Just stay away from them, right? You may not physically do something to somebody, but you may say just stay away from them. Okay? Right? That would be like walk away, right? Because that's what a moon in Pisces is about. It's like it could affect your feet, right? It could affect your feet, right? So when the moon is in Aquarius like it is right now, it could affect your calves, your ankles, your shin, your Achilles. And when it moves into Pisces, it could affect your feet, your toes, your pineal gland, right? So in hindsight, you're like, okay, I could have walked away from something. I could have walked away from something, right? Right? That's an action that you could take. I could walk away from something, right? So Source is trying to tell somebody how to just go ahead and close out, trying to teach you how to close out cycles in love. That information, by the way, you can find that on the moon phase calendar, what parts of your body it could affect. You can find that if you go to my website, pull your birth chart, go to the link, this is birth chart. On that landing page, moon phases, you can download that calendar. All of that information is for free. It's out there. You can go look it up. I'm not a medical doctor, so obviously if your body feels some kind of way, you're going to go schedule an appointment with your doctor, right? Of course. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, I am doing donation readings to the end of the year. You can reach out to me, 202-460-3205. Again, if a boundary was crossed, here we have the queen of then yeah, you're walking away. You're walking away from something. You're learning how to walk away from something. You're learning how to keep things high vibrational. So you're learning how a current situation here, you're learning how to walk away from situations. Right? You're learning how to just cut people off and walk away. This is a rebirth here. This is this is a rebirth. You're learning how to walk away. That's how you're saying, okay, I'm just going to cut that person off and I'm walking away. I'm real clear. I'm walking away from something. Every decision I make, I consider my inner child. That's the frequency that someone is on. Learning how to walk away. Right? So something having to do with possibly something legal, 7th house. Somebody's learning how to walk away from something that could have been unhealthy and wounding for you. You're learning how to walk away from something. You're learning how to see something that could have made you very angry. You're learning how to say, I'm cutting ties with whomever and I'm walking away. Again, every decision that I make, I'm considering my inner child. I'm not getting so overwhelmed that the next house is Aries. We're not talking about an Aries or a Pisces. But if you've been tuned into my channel long enough, then you know when I refer to signs, I'm also referring to the house that it rules. Pisces rules 12th house. Aries rules 1st house. Aries ruling 1st house. Somebody is saying now, so going from 7th house, you're not linking up with somebody. That's 8th house, right? That's late 8th house with linking up with somebody. 8th house and ending somebody. 8th house is Scorpio, which is a death card, right? Somebody's saying, you know what? I'm rising above some kind of judgment and I'm just going straight to, I see somebody's an open enemy to me. I would have their back. They didn't have my back. I'm just going to cut ties with them. And that's the end of that. I'm just going to cut ties. Every decision that I make, I consider my inner child. I'm getting real serious about enforcing boundaries. Just cutting ties. What's a challenge for my Capricorns? What is a challenge for my Capricorns? Because you all rule 10th house. And so you got to consider your star. You got to consider your 11th house and also your 12th house, right? So your 11th house, find out what your zodiac sign is in your 11th house, is everyone is a star, meaning that you want to consider who you're going to be teaming up with, allies. 11th house speaks to your friends and allies, all of those things, right? Yeah, so somebody really, this is your card right here. Challenge is your demons, right? Your challenge could be your temptations. Matter of fact, on my second channel, the knowledge channel, I have some information, and I got some more videos that's going up that's talks about, I have a couple of things up there now, different types of spirits up there. You want to go check that out, right? So somebody's learning how to just pull out your sword and use it properly. Like, get real clear about what to walk away from. Like, I ain't linking up with nobody. If I feel like something cut me real deep, somebody says something or hurt something painful or whatever, I'm just walking away from people. I'm just going to cut them off. That's just the end of that. Somebody learning how to just let whoever think whatever. Just moving on from people. Right? Again, every decision I make, I'm considering my inner child. Meaning that even if you don't have kids, you have an inner child, and I'm going to protect my inner child as if it was my child, meaning that I'm just walking away from certain people, places, and things, right? Long distant past, yeah, somebody was sacrificed. Somebody was sacrificed. You were sacrificed, and possibly somebody else was sacrificed, right? Yeah, so somebody, an air sign, could have been sacrificed. Somebody who was very fair-minded with you could have been sacrificed because somebody was in a possibly a relationship with someone who was very like nitpicky, someone who was who liked to fan the flames, who liked to be very meticulous. Somebody who was very meticulous about something. Remember, you and Aquarius are ruled by the same zodiac sign, the same planet, but it rules your signs differently. They rule 11th house, right? So the same things that may not bother an Aquarius may get to you all, and the same thing that may bother you all may not, vice versa. Y'all know what I'm saying? Saturn rules your signs differently. And so you all can help each other in those areas. Like, you all can help them in the terms of like staying grounded. Remember, they're ruled by 2 planets. They're ruled by Uranus, which is still retrograde. So you can help them in that area of not walking away, possibly too soon, like staying grounded, right? They can help you as to when to walk away from things. You know, when to not like, okay, when to stop talking about certain things, like when to not to give air to. They can tell you what not to give air to. Like what to laugh at. Like if a person says, because the devil card connects us with lust, and it also connects us with, let me see, do I have the video about lust up on my second channel? If I don't, it'll be going up today. Lust, and but you can also watch the video on incubus and succubus spirits on my second channel, the knowledge channel. Because somebody was trying to either sacrifice you and someone else, like trying to chain you and somebody else or something. And whereas an Aquarius may say, whatever, you may get upset about something. Like somebody could say, you know, like, because the devil card is lust, restrictions, and obsessions, right? And you know that the devil is a liar. We say that all the time. You hear people say that, oh, the devil is a liar all the time. But it can almost become almost like somebody is saying it just like it's a saying or something, right? So somebody puts it in. Somebody's going to help you to learn how to put an end to things, right? Again, I would say this to any zodiac sign that's ruled by 2 planets, right? So Saturn rules you all in different ways. Saturn rules you all in different ways. Recent past, something is over. Something is now over. Something is now over. And you're on the rebirth side of something. Something is now over and you're on the rebirth side of something. So today, if it's the 28th, would be a great time for you to talk about something. This is where you keep something high vibrational, but talk about something. But if somebody don't learn lessons because they just keep letting something just keeps they're trying to process something. And so such a saying, every decision that you make, you consider, because everybody has an inner child. Everybody has an inner child. What about the strengths? What about Capricorn strengths? Right. Yeah, your strengths is this. You putting your energy towards learning how to, you've learned how to, you know, kind of sort of put your energy towards work, right? Your, find out what your 6th house and what your zodiac sign is in your 6th house, right? Somebody could have talked to a Cancer. So somebody's learning how to get very meticulous in how Cancers think. Cancer is your polarity sign. So get to know your polarity sign very, very well. Not a Cancer, right? Unless you connected with a high vibrational Cancer. But find out what your 6th house is, like, and really master your 6th house. You've pretty much mastered your 10th house, right? But learn how to, Cancer is the mother and money sign of the zodiac. In other words, master what nurtures your spirit, your demons, right? In other words, let's say that's your moon sign, by the way, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Find out what, and I say it all the time on my channel, all the time. So I'm going to say it one more time. Learn about what mothers you, what nurtures you. Not another Capricorn, because that's a broad stroke. Like, that's like, okay, like, oh, okay, all Capricorns need this. Oh, all Capricorns are workaholics, right? Yeah, that may be a go-to for all Capricorn, but specifically, what nurtures you? What is your moon sign? What is your moon sign? I can help you narrow that down. Like I said, y'all want to take advantage of these donation readings for real. Y'all want to take advantage of it because people are still looking like, well, I can't afford it. Okay. Like I said, they're donation. So please pull your birth chart, find out what your moon sign is, and I can help you with this. I can try to help you as best way that I can, but there's too many resources out here. So what about the near future? Yeah, you're learning how to work from the ground up. You're learning how to work from the ground up. Somebody could have said something about you in terms of a Leo could have had some role, played some kind of role. a Leo and a Capricorn, because this is Capricorn symbol right here, a Leo and a Capricorn. Another Capricorn could have said something to you. Could have said something to you. Could have said something about your career, because that's what this is. Your 10th house right here. This symbol is 10th house. Somebody could have said something to you about your career. Like you don't know, or you're not good at your career, or you don't know what kind of career, you need to work harder at your career. If you know your zodiac sign in your 10th house and you say, I'm going to master that in my 10th house, then somebody else trying to tell you how to run your house. It's like literally somebody walking in your house telling you. Imagine this. So wherever you live right now, if you can live at home with your parents, it doesn't really matter. And let's say all you have is your bedroom at your parents' house. Imagine how offensive it is somebody to walk into your house and basically tell you they don't like your house. Would you ever invite them over again? I know this is not a live, but no, you wouldn't invite them over again. That'd be an instant cut you off. Somebody basically saying, I don't like your house. Okay. Especially if they haven't mastered theirs. Source gave you a vision. It wasn't meant for them to see it. So why are you still hanging out with people who they haven't even mastered their own? They can't even look at their own demons, but they want to show you yours. The conversation is over. How are they gonna nitpick somebody they haven't even mastered their own? So again, every decision that you make, you consider your own inner child. So find out if lust is your demon. If somebody is so great in bed that you can't just cut them off, then that's something that, okay, I need to pour into myself. So lust is not my demon. That means if I remove sex from the equation, then hey, I don't really like that person. Okay. There's nothing there because the sex is great. Okay. But I don't really like that person. If you're real with yourself, or, that person, you know, they have connections, but if they didn't have those connections, if they didn't have certain connections, would I really have? That's where you got to be really honest with yourself. If they didn't have certain connections, would I even want to be bothered with them? That's where you got to be really honest with yourself, right? That's what somebody has. Even down to, what connects you all. You know, even down to what connects you all. Right? If it's kids, if it's business, if it's family, if it's so and so and so forth, if it's going to cause you legal issues and legal problems, source is saying this is where somebody who's already a star, or who has already mastered their 12th house, somebody who's already mastered their 11th or 12th house, it can be of the most help for you. People who have mastered it, and until you learn your birth chart to a T, until you have mastered your entire birth chart, those energies can help you when they've mastered those houses. But you can also help them master, if they haven't mastered their 10th house, you can help those people. That's the value of a Capricorn, is that you all can help people master those placements. You can help people say, oh, like, don't even worry about that person talking about your demons. Look, they got demons themselves. It's not even gossiping. It's basically like, okay, well, you don't even need to know what their demons are, but they looking at you like you don't know. They got their own demons. Right? And if they hang around long enough, they'll see them. That'll put an end to anybody's worrying about what people's demons are. Somebody looking up to somebody, like if you hang around them long enough, you'll see it. You'll see it. That'll help you put the past behind you right then and there. Because so many people look up to and idolize other people as if they're their gods, right? Right? Somebody's basically like, hang around them long enough. You'll see. So somebody is helping you, Capricorn, to get into your 11th house, to be a star and start acting accordingly. Like you can't let everybody get close to your star. You know, think about the stars in the sky. Everybody don't know that they're a star yet. That people will cause you legal issues and legal problems. Just like you can teach other people, hey, you hang around a little bit longer, you'll start seeing those people are trying to pull your star out of the sky. But guess what? Because they don't even, they have their own demons too. Like you can help people stick around and see other people's demons when they want to go jump into a spaceship. Or if, let's say, if it's a, because Aquarius rules, because you and Aquarius are ruled by the same planet, but that's where you and Aquarius can have conversations, not gossip sessions. It's like, no, you just hang around long enough and you'll see other people's demons. Once you see their demons, that'll put an end to it right then and there. You can put the past behind you and move on. Whatever past you were sad about, or you'll start seeing something from a higher frequency. In other words, y'all have some of the same demons. Y'all have some of the same, you know, whatever. So same. They put their pants on just like you do. Y'all have a lot of things in common. So that's how you all are helping each other, right? And then by the time you walk away from something, you would have had more compassion towards, again, as a star, you would have had more compassion. That's Pisces rules 12th house. You'll have compassion. So when you close out cycles and other people are basically saying, oh, they don't have any compassion, you're like, yeah, I do have compassion. You can close out cycles in love. Like, okay, nah, I do have compassion. I have compassion. So what I needed to see. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. You've seen other people's demons after they try to point out yours. Now you're on your throne. You're saying, I pulled out the sword. I'm not worried about legal issues and problems at this point. I pull them out. I already pulled, because something is over. Something is over. It's done. You made out alive. You made out something alive. And now you're in your polarity house. Now you know how to nurture yourself. Now you know how to nurture yourself. You're working on yourself. And you're saying, you know what? I'm putting the past behind me completely. I'm putting the past behind me. I saw everything I needed to see. All right. Eternal, external and environmental influences source for my Capricorns. Yeah. You have this whole new lease on life. Good for you. Whole new lease on life. Good for you. Hopes and fears. Now you know exactly what nurtures you and what doesn't nurture you. You know what nurtures you and what doesn't nurture you. Mm-hmm. Yep. So hopes and fears. Your money is growing, actually. Somebody's money is growing. And it's because somebody looked at themselves and somebody said, you know, whoever you are, you know exactly what nurtures you. You don't, what somebody is really learning is that all the answers that you need are inside of you, right? Children are closest to pure consciousness. It's like a kid, like having childlike faith, right? So you're like, okay, well, something doesn't, like you have a limited vocabulary, like as a kid, like, okay, something doesn't feel right. They can't really say what doesn't feel right. Or like, okay, I'm crying in a situation more than I'm smiling. I'm sad more than I'm happy. Right? If you just take it back down to your child, like, okay, I feel more sad around this person, place, or thing than I feel happy. Like I find myself every time I think about, I don't know which movie this was, for one of the Tyler Perry movies with Medea, when she was like driving around the parking lot until the tires were smoking. But I feel like some people go to work like that. Like some people, like they're like, okay, I got to drive around the block a couple of times before I park the car and go into work because I'm so frustrated with my job. If you got to do all of that to go to work, it's time to start putting in some applications to go somewhere else, because that's where somebody's like, okay, when you hear people saying, I don't really want to go in the house, I don't want to be around this person, that's what source is saying to you. Something shouldn't have to take something legal before you saying, okay, I need to move on. It doesn't have to bring the devil out of you, like the devil made me do something, before you say, okay, I got to move on from something. Because something runs deep. Something runs deep for you in the physical realm. And so I do see your money growing. And I do see money coming to you, but first it's coming to you in the spiritual realm. Something is coming to you in the spiritual realm. Because you put the past behind you and you have this whole new lease on life here. And I feel like somebody could be looking for money from the place where you may have lost it. And that's another thing that a lot of people miss out on, is that you're looking for money from a place where you feel like you lost it. And so it's just saying you're looking in the wrong place, because that's a particular frequency. Money is, your source is saying, it's coming from something else, somewhere else. Like basically what's the outcome? What's the outcome? What is the outcome? Yeah. Yep. So somebody could have a Taurus moon. Somebody could have a Taurus moon. Money could be coming from a Taurus moon. Okay. So yeah, money could be coming from a Taurus, somebody who's a Taurus moon. That could have come from two other people. Somebody could have been bullied. They could have bullied two other people. A Taurus moon could have bullied two other people, or a Taurus could have bullied people. A Taurus could have bullied a Taurus moon. Somebody could have basically told somebody you better do something. Somebody could have said something. Three people could have talked to a person and could have bullied somebody in court or something, because I'm looking at this right here, and told them they better do something. They better somebody could have come to somebody's door. I'm looking at the night of, somebody could have told somebody they better work for somebody, they better work for something. Everything is coming out though. A Taurus, somebody with a Taurus moon could have bullied another Taurus moon. And something could have come right to someone's door and made somebody cry, somebody's child. An older Taurus moon could have bullied somebody's child who is a Taurus moon, right? Because, and like basically told them to pay up or give up some money or something. Like something could have come right to somebody's door in some way, shape, form, or fashion. To try to empty someone out. Right. So, more money is coming soon for you. So you're leaving somebody behind. You're leaving somebody behind who has these ways of doing stuff. Right, that could get you in trouble. Here we have your laughter is medicine. Your laughter is medicine. So your enemy's playing backfire. Enemy's playing backfire. So you're getting focused. You're getting laser focused. Because you're starting to see your value in like helping people as a Capricorn. Like you're really helping people say, all you need to do is stick around. You're literally helping people to say, just stick around a little longer. That's why Source puts you all in these places where you all can show people like, you think you're looking up to this person, like this person is this whatever. And this person, like, they got demons just like everybody else. Right? I don't even have to say what the demons are. You just sit there and look for yourself. Somebody's an offspring between an incubus, succubus, and human parent. Like there's no such thing as a perfect human being, right? But some people will show you they're not even trying to be. They're just no respecter of person. Here we have listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice, right? So move on in silence and move on in peace. Move on in silence and move on in peace. You are an answered prayer. You are an answered prayer. You have the gift of precognition. This is foreknowledge about something, and something is not as deep as you think. Let go and let God, right? You're an ex. So somebody could be in law enforcement, like who's legal, right? Somebody could be Somebody could be in a very unhealthy and wounded relationship with somebody in the legal profession, right? It could be a Taurus moon, could be in an unhealthy relationship with somebody that could have come to somebody's door, right? That could have come to somebody's door. And I'm looking at this death card, so somebody may not be in like law enforcement or whatever anymore. So somebody was like trying to mirror that, basically, like they're no longer in it anymore, right? Right. So, and bullied somebody for some money, made somebody cry, and all this other craziness going on to talk to somebody. But so every decision that you make, you're considering your inner child. And so Source is trying to help somebody realize that now that something is over, you're learning how to exist in your 11th house. You've mastered your 10th house. Again, your 10th house is help people, if it's an Aquarius, help people to stick around a little bit longer, stay out of the spaceship. Tell Aquarius, stay out of the spaceship. That would be the Fool card. Like, you'd be foolish to leave too early, because stick around for a little while longer and you'll start seeing other people's demons. That's why you'll start seeing certain things. That's how you're going to help Aquarius. I'm going to address it with other zodiac signs that share a dual, that are ruled by 2 planets as well. But that's how you're going to help people. Like, stick around a little bit longer. If you want to be a star, if you want to master your house, you need to stick around a little bit longer so you can see. Because y'all have already mastered closing out cycles. Y'all have already mastered closing out cycles, because y'all, remember, y'all rule. So yeah, you got something new coming in. You got a lot of money coming in. And this time, you're going to keep your mouth closed. This time, you're going to keep your mouth closed. You got money coming in and you're going to keep your mouth closed. You got a new project, but you are going to keep your mouth closed. You're going to stop talking about money. You're going to stop talking about material possessions. You're going to stop talking about money, Capricorn. Y'all going to stop. Because people have an idea about your spirit already, right? People have an idea about your spirit. Somebody knows that somebody was raised right. Like, somebody knows your beginnings. Like, somebody knows your, like, basically, like, who you were raised by. Like, basically, like, what kind of mother somebody has, really. Like, your beginning. Somebody knows who you were raised by. And somebody had a warm relationship with that energy. So nothing is set in stone. That is what I have for you. You're learning how to go with the flow. You're learning how to go with Source's flow. You're learning how to close out cycles in love. This is going to your 12th house, right? You're learning how to, again, you're open your third eye. Your third eye is now open. Like, so when things are closed out, you're saying, okay, what did I learn about myself? Not pointing the finger at everybody else's demons. What did I learn about myself? Did I stay connected to people because I wanted something for myself? Or did I feel like, what was the reason why I stayed connected with some people? What was the reason, right? What was the motive? But that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing here. So hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. But yeah, something is over. Something is over. You recognize what your demons were. Somebody's demon could be money. Like I said, somebody could have felt like money was something was restricted. Somebody could have stayed in something. It could have been sex for some people. You could have made a connection. Family could have been a connection. Or loved ones could be. Whatever you felt like your demons were, Source is saying now you're starting to see to what other people's, what other people's demons are. So yeah, your laughter is medicine. Your laughter is medicine. So your enemy's plan backfired. So your enemy's plan backfired. And enemy is within. Anybody who is trying to show you your demons, like, oh, you just so money hungry, or you got to stay connected to this person or that person. It actually exposed them. Or you just money hungry. It actually exposed them. Or Whatever somebody was trying to expose, it just exposed theirs. It just shined a light back on theirs. So that's what it is, right? So you're learning how to close out cycles in life. That's it. All right. Bye.